Hello there and welcome to Vlogmas Day 1, babes. I think that the best way to start off Vlogmas is with a cozy, comfortable December reset. I got the blankie. I'm on a couch. I've got pillows and stuffed animals next to me. Clearly not wearing any makeup. Pimple patch on my lunch break at work. We're keeping this chill. I'm so excited to be starting Vlogmas. This is very... I don't know. It's just always been like a fun little dream of mine to do Vlogmas because I've been watching it for literal like almost a decade growing up. So that's insane. And it's finally my time to give it a try. But I figured we'd start, you know, nice and chill. Keep your expectations low because I work a full-time job and I'm also in grad school. So I don't know the amount of effort I'll be able to put into Vlogmas. But you bet your ass Vlogmas is coming out. Our December reset. That's insane. I've officially been doing resets for a whole year. Started in January. I think I only missed one. I'm pretty confident I only missed one. And I mean, I love them. I'll be so honest with you. A lot of the time, I'll set these goals and I won't look at the book again until it's time to set more goals. And it's fun to sort of set it and forget it because I have it in the back of my head. And I'm sort of like, yeah, I think that was my goal. But then there are things that I set and I don't even realize that I accomplished. And then when I sit down to accomplish it, I'm like, past me wanted to get that done. You go, bitch. So I love resets. I love looking back at where I was a month ago, thinking about it and seeing where I'll be in a month from now. So this is my little reset notebook. I've been using her all year and I want to add more stickers to her actually. This one takes up the whole back. This is a record store, but I think we can use with a few more little guys on front. Anyways, this is pretty much exclusively like my reset notebook, so there's not that many pages used. So we'll be carrying her in with us to the new year, along with some other exciting things. Stay tuned to find out. For Vlogmas, I have 2 advent calendars that one I got for free and then one I actually did buy. And so I figured I'd open, you know, there are helicopters. Okay, cool. I figured I would just open a couple, you know, I'll open 2 every single Vlogmas day, like video, because I'm going to be uploading every other day for Vlogmas. I cannot do the full 25 back to back to back, not with a full-time job and homework to do. But every other day, it might be a struggle. We might be challenged, but I like a good challenge. But because of that, I'm pre-filming like 3, I think, videos just to have to drop on days that I know I'm, number 1, going to be traveling. Number 2, like this needs to be done so it can go up on the 1st of December. And I just don't have time the rest of this week in order to get it done. So this is being filmed a little early. But I'll do that at the end of the video. That'll be fun. But why don't we start with the actual reset? Number 1, we got to start with a recap of November. Let's run it back now. Also, one more thing before we get into the recap, please let me know if this looks good, because I'm still trying to figure out the filming setup because I want my art wall behind me, but also I don't know how close or far I need you to be in order for this to work. So please feedback if you'd be so kind. Anyways, we're gonna recap November right here, right now. I mean, first off, we moved into this house. That's the big boy right there. The house has been great. I'm so happy to have a space of my own. I've said this a million times, I'll say it a million more. I love being able to decorate places. Like, I love interior design. It's just so fun to me. And having a room that is simply mine, and you know, I'm not sharing it with Kenan, it's not like an open living space, it's just mine, has been so just fun and therapeutic. And I love it. I'm so happy about it. So my office is truly a favorite, I will say. So moving here, it was very expensive. It was very expensive. And I'm not gonna lie, this month really took a toll on my mental health and my bank account. The two are also interconnected. But I'm glad we are here. I love the home. And I love having yard for Iggy. And I love just how much space we have. It's just so nice. The neighborhood itself is fine. I neither here nor there. It feels like Long Island. I feel like most suburbs do. And we're about equidistant from our friends as we were. So like, I mean, that's not really a pro or a con. That's just sort of a fact. But Kennan's commute has certainly improved. So that was the whole reason we came down here anyway. So that's good. Besides moving, what else happened? November, obviously, Thanksgiving. We stayed here for Thanksgiving. We had Friendsgiving the day before, which was really awesome. And it was so good to like have people in our home. And I love to host a party. Like truly, I have to say, I think I would have thrived as like an HGTV girly. I could host any kind of those shows. So maybe in the future. We had everyone over, everyone brought their own food, and we just sort of had a huge potluck, and it was fantastic. We did not have enough chairs, but you know what, that's fine. We made it work. It was okay. The food was delicious. It was great to see my friends and just sort of hang out and be here. And I was so happy. Our actual Thanksgiving was spent chill inside. I spent it watching TV, which I will talk to you about in the favorite section. And what else? The weekend was nice, and we just spent a lot of quality time together, Kenan and I, because our 3rd anniversary was yesterday as of when I'm filming this. So that was great. We normally go away for our anniversary. Like, we've done a trip the past 2 years. Unfortunately, we are broke as hell and we still need things for the house. So a trip did not happen. But we did go up to Boulder. We spent the day out there. That vlog, I think, should be like right before this vlog. So I will link it down below. And it was a lovely day. It was still very great. Like I said, I'm in grad school. That we're sort of wrapping up for the semester. I have my final project. I'm in one intro museum class right now, and that's like a, what's it called? That's an elective, because I'm on an arts administration track. So that's about to wrap up, but then January is when we start all over again, and I have to take 2 classes every quarter for the rest of the time, which is a lot. It's a little overwhelming to think about, and grad school really like put me through the ringer this quarter, but especially this month, just with moving and with everything going on. I was like, I don't have time. I don't have time to write 2 papers a week to give you, for you to not give me full credit. So it's been very frustrating, but I'm still enjoying the things I'm learning, so it's still worth it in my opinion. We'll see though. Well, we're sussing it out. It'll be fine. That's grad school. Mentally, the head's been in the shitter a bit. I will be honest, during times of like extreme craziness, I forget to take my medicine a lot, which is bad for me. And it's bad for everyone, but I don't realize it, and I don't feel that bad for like a few days, and then I'll realize it when I'm feeling like really freaking horrible, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's because you're supposed to be taking something for that, girl. It's hard to take care of yourself, to remember to take care of yourself when you're trying to move your entire life to a new location and also do work and also do school. And work has been a little bit frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. But it's lightening up. It's supposed to be lighter around the holidays. January is gonna be a nightmare, because as I've said before, I work in textbook publishing. So all of our stuff is really based around school semesters. But yeah, so one of my goals for this upcoming month is to be more present and like take care of myself better, because I'm not doing a very good job of it right now. And so hopefully I have a lot of days off in December, which is nice. They're just sort of random too. So hopefully this will be like a good breather month for me to like get my shit together, and we'll be good. That's the recap. Quite the long recap. But I don't have that many favorites because, as I said, I was busy moving. I didn't really look at anything new. So let me just go over them real quick. Music, as I predicted. The Taylor Vault songs from 1989, they just hit. They hit real good. So Now That We Don't Talk, Is It Over Now, and Slut have been rotating in my head on repeat for the past month. Love them all. Think they're bangers. The other one is like Neighborhood Legends or something. I don't know. I have listened to it literally twice. but those three really killing it. Big fan. Next, we have Get Him Back by Olivia Rodrigo. And that one, for whatever reason, it just came on shuffle one day and I was like, yeah, that hits. So that also has just been stuck in my head and I can't escape it. So it's on the favorites. For book, I only read one book this month. Shame. I feel shame. But no, not really, because we moved and most of my books were packed away for a long time. But also that book was Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. So that is the second book in the Empyrean trilogy, Empyrean series. I don't really know how many books there are going to be. But it was the sequel to Fourth Wing, and by God did it hit. It was really, really good. And of all the books to read, I'm glad it was that one. It was 660 pages, so I'm not slacking. It just took a long time, especially with having to use my free time to write papers for school and unpack. It took a while for me to get through it, but Thanksgiving weekend, thankfully, I had some time and I got through it. Next, TV show, The Terror by AMC. It is I don't know if it's technically a miniseries or not, but there's only one season that matters, and it's the first season. And it is about the Franklin expedition, which was a lost expedition in the 1800s, going up through Antarctica and down to try and find a Western Passage. Some sailors from the UK, they get stuck in the ice and craziness ensues. There's, you know, gays, there's cannibalism, there's uprisings, there's a really wonderful perfect man who kind of looks like Adam Driver, but he's the best character in the show. So I love him. He's so good. James Fitzjames. What a guy. Big fan. It's for free on YouTube. Like not like legitimately, but like some dude just uploaded all of The Terror season 1 in a YouTube playlist and it's up there, and that's how I watched it. So if you're looking for something good, check that out. Also, I just want to give a shout out, end of the year shout out to Jess and Mel, who pretty much have just shaped my media consumption for this year. I feel like every single show I have watched has been because they told me to watch it. This one was because of Jess. Mel said Yellow Jackets. They both said Black Sails. They both said this, The Last of Us. So just thank you. You're my favorites for media recommendations. And for random favorites, we have the art wall. I'm obsessed with her. I'm so happy with how it came out. And genuinely, this plus the bookcases are what I was most excited about in this room. And I'm thrilled with how it looks. And then our dining room, we have a table and chairs, baby. It just feels so adult. And I haven't had a dining room table since 2020. And having the opportunity to sit down and eat a bowl of cereal on a chair that is not my couch, it's life-changing, I have to tell you. It really just makes me feel like a very civilized human being. So I'm very happy we have those. I'm super grateful and thrilled that we have that part of the house finished. Okay, those are all the favorites. I feel like I've been rambling for a very long time. So I'm gonna go take a sip of water and then we're gonna get into the goal review and the new goals for December. Our last set of goals for 2023. Woof. Hey besties, you're a lot closer now. I tried, but this current filming situation is very much not conducive to the laying out my notebook and like closing in on it. The couch just isn't big enough for it to like look normal. So instead we will be doing the classic like kindergarten teacher at the front of the class reading. But here are the November goals. We're gonna start with November goals and then we'll get into December. First off, read 5 books. That did not happen. I told you, I only read the one, but it was a good one. Number 2, be 75% unpacked by Thanksgiving. I did that. I'd say I was 90% unpacked even. We have 3 boxes downstairs, I think, left of just random shit that we don't know where to put yet. It's just like stuff that made its way to the back of our closets that we don't want to get rid of, but we don't know where it should go. So those will be our final battle. But it's okay. Next, we have no clothes buying until Black Friday. I did it. I did it, at least for me. No clothes buying for me. Until like the Black Friday's sales hit. Which I did. I did buy clothes, but they were presents for other people. So I don't count that. We're good there. Which is big. Huge for me. I did spend a lot in other categories though. Such as buy a dining room table. Did that. Got a dining room set. Big investment. Big fan, but big investment. It was like $460 for the dining room table. $480 for the chairs. So it was a lot of freaking money, I have to say. But I mean, it's the type of thing that like once you buy it, I'm not going to buy another one for a long, long time. So at the very least, it's done and I can worry about recovering financially while sitting at a lovely IKEA table. And then next, my last one was create a solid morning routine. I don't know, like kind of. I did create a little morning routine. It's not consistent. It's kind of consistent. Every work day at the very least, I will get up. I will, you know, go do my stuff in the bathroom. I come into the office because it's right next door. I turn on all of my computers and items. I load my email and then I go downstairs and make breakfast before sitting down and then, you know, going through everything. Which, it's small, but it's something. So that's why I have a question mark. It's a kind of, but it's not an ideal morning routine, I would say. But that's okay. We have plenty of time after December. I'm not even going to worry about it for December. December is its own monster. Let's read the goals we made for December. Number 1, read 12 books. Zooey Mama. That's very bold of me. That's very bold. I have, as of right now, 12 books until I reach 75. I want to reach 75 books so badly. And now that I'm done with my biggest, thickiest book of the year, Iron Flame, I'm going to sort through a bunch of my tiny ones that are one-offs, that are not series. And I want to make it to 75 so bad. So bad. So I'm putting my ass into gear. I'm putting the pedal to the metal and I'm trying real hard. Yesterday I started Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree and I'm about to finish it. It's only like 250 pages. So books like that I can zoom through in a day, that's what we're going for here. Especially because I have so many random days off and like plane rides and stuff. I'm going to hit the ground running. I'm gonna make it to 75. I'm just calling it right now. Especially if I could get back into my Warrior Cats book grind, where I was reading one a day, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I just have to really like commit. But to be fair, I don't have any other media I'm really like trying to consume right now. So it's a little bold, but I think I can do it. Next, don't miss a vlogmas. I think it's, yeah, I wrote episode, but I meant upload, but it's the same thing, I guess. I currently have my vlogmas schedule planned out. I planned out which video is going up when, and just, you know, I made it very organized because then it'll be easier for me to look and be like, oh, okay, that's there then and here. I am, as I said, pre-filming a few of them. I'm trying to make it as easy for myself as I possibly can, as I sort of like dip my toe in this year. And I just want to commit to it. I want to do it and I want to do it right. Next, learn Notion. So, as I alluded before, I'm trying to make this baby digital. Except I've tried to learn Notion before and it's complicated. Like, I know people love it. I know aesthetically it's pleasing and it's malleable and you can make it whatever you want. However, there are so many little like sections that you can click, that you can edit, that you can create. It's overwhelming. And I've downloaded a few different templates. I've put them in there and I'm trying to make them work for me. So far, the only thing I've successfully been able to do was put together my content calendar. and plan out which days I'm uploading when for Vlogmas. So I'm hoping giving myself the month of December will allow me to like ease into using Notion and just start, you know, actively trying to include it in my planning. And I want to use it in 2024 because it looks cool, and it looks like once you finally get it to how you want it, it looks like it's intuitive. It just takes a second to get there. So I'm gonna figure it out. But that's the goal for this month. We're full sending with the content calendar at the very least. Upload 2 times a week on Instagram. I love Instagram. I love it. I love putting together fashion pictures and the little grid. I just think it's fun. But I slack, especially because I haven't been wearing very fun clothes for the past couple months because of all the craziness. But with the holidays coming up, I know that I'm going to be, you know, wearing more exciting things than I normally do. And I have a fashion video that I want to film for Vlogmas. So I figure if I put those outfits together and take some pictures of those, it'll be good. And I'll have stuff to upload. But yeah, so like I have a little Instagram community of friends, but I check it every day, but I'm not posting too much, and I just like want to get back into it. If you want to help support that, my Instagram is down below as always, but it's just Rosie Gets Dressed. We have Be Present with Family and Friends. So as I said, this past month was just chaotic to the nth degree. And I feel like I kind of spiraled a little bit, lost control of the world, and let myself sink into a depression pit, an anxiety pit. As the winter approaches, as you know, with daylight savings and everything, it even just like takes a harder toll on those of us girlies who have all sorts of types of depression, and the darkness does not help. So I want to make more of an effort to connect with people, especially when I'm with them, especially because I'm traveling home and going to be on Long Island for about 2 weeks. And so I'm normally pretty solid about being there and being in the moment. However, I've just been so out of it this month that I sort of feel like I'm a passenger rider. I'm passenger princess in my life right now, and things are just happening, and I'm watching the driver drive, and that driver is not me. So that goal is my attempt to put myself back in the driver's seat and be like, you are here because you want to be here, because you love these people, and you need to pay attention and actively like enjoy the moment. So that's what that's about. Okay. And then the last one is put in the groundwork on healing my eating and spending habits. Sort of coupled with that, as I said, it's been a rough one. Major change a major change for anyone is going to like throw you in a tizzy a little bit. But moving, having such a shit year, quite honestly, it was really just like back to back to back punches, from April onwards. And November, I got a chance to breathe a little bit, but because of that, and like my final large event with the move happening and that being finished, I was really in survival mode for summer into fall of just being like, okay, you're doing this, and then you're doing this, and then you're doing this, and you have to be okay because you have to get from this to this to this to this, with that final hurdle being the move. Once we made it past that final hurdle, I had nothing else to be like, okay, be okay for this, and I sort of let myself fall apart. And with that, I just leaned real heavy on my 2 biggest coping mechanisms. I'm going to put a little trigger warning in the description, I guess, but trigger warning for eating disorder talk. I have binge eating disorder, and it is something that I feel like I've never had control of. Occasionally, if I'm having like a really great month, it'll only happen a couple times, and I'm like, maybe I'm getting the reins, and then I don't. And in therapy, it is initially what I started therapy for in 2020, but then obviously we had a pandemic, and I've graduated college, except I didn't, and then real world started, except it wasn't, and my anxiety spiraled to a point where that just became the whole focus of our sessions. And it's still pretty much there. We occasionally talk about how I feel about my body and how I am doing with the binge eating. However, it's always like a sort of tack on the end. It's never a full focus. So this month I actually joined a separate group therapy for body image and stuff like that. And so I'm hoping that'll help. We've only had 2 sessions thus far, but I'm hoping that will, you know, at least give me a separate place to work on that stuff without taking over the main therapy. But with the binge eating disorder, the way it presents in me is any strong emotion, whether it's like anxiety, like being upset, being sad, as well as being happy, you know, being excited, wanting to let loose, wanting a reward. That always presents itself in the sense of eating, so much so that I am sick, but I keep going because it's either I deserve this because I'm great, or I deserve this because life sucks. And then the same thing with spending. The spending stuff more so came from growing up in a rather restricted family, as well as the binge eating, but being like middle to lower middle class, we just did not have a lot of extra money growing up. All of the stuff that I grew up with is manifesting now, as it typically does in most people in my, you know, teens to early 20s. And I need to take control of it, because now that I'm an adult and I'm alone and I'm like living my life, I cannot live a life like this. I cannot continue to, I have come to so many breaking points over the years, and I feel like I have no control. And so I'm done waiting to come to another breaking point to feel like I can, you know, I'm already not doing great, so why wait until it gets even worse, you know? So that's a lot of rambling. I don't know how much of this is gonna make it in, but I need to work on redirecting my impulses to eat and to spend money that I do not have. Like, this has been the month of Afterpay. Like I said, the dining room table and the chairs were so expensive. Those chairs are on Afterpay. All of my presents that I've purchased people are on Afterpay. And it has been a very rough month of just like getting hit almost daily with like Afterpay charges. You know, Afterpay, Klarna, all the different ones. So even when I think I have money, I don't, because I'm a dumbass bitch. But it's that little hit of dopamine that makes you feel better. And I need to learn how to do something else with it. I need to figure out how to do something else to either reward myself or comfort myself. So I'm hoping that the extra therapy helps, but also I need to start like doing research on my own and not just like leaving it to talk about once a week and then not thinking about it at all, just letting shit happen until the next session. And I'm like, oh yeah, here's what happened. I feel like I was really a lot more proactive on trying to work on things when I first started therapy, because I mean, to be fair to myself, we were in the middle of lockdown still and I didn't have anything else to do. But now, once again, that I'm a full adult and I have so many responsibilities, it's even more important for me to be able to take care of myself better and, you know, re-parent myself in those areas so I can be a real adult and like live this life in the way I want to live it, and not just be, and not continuously be tethered to these things that are hurting me. Yeah, so, I mean, now you know everything that's fucked up in this little head. I am really hoping I can start, I want to do research and like figure out a plan for attacking these 2 things in the next year. 2023 was not the year. 2023 was not it in so many different ways. But quite honestly, knock on wood, it kind of was like 2023 was so fucking bad that there's no way 2024 can't be better. Knocking on a lot of wood right here. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. And in order to get there, I need to start to do the work now. So that way I can go into 2024 having like studied and like set my plan, and I can follow it. So yeah, this is gonna be a very long reset, a very long chatty video, but for Vlogmas Day 1, you get to see the inner machinations of my mind, and you could really, you know, find out what you're in for over here. Now that I've word vomited on you, those are all of my goals. That's what we're going for in December. And that wraps up the actual reset portion of this. Now we're gonna do the fun portion where we just open up cute little advent calendars. So let's go. We're gonna start out with this free one that I got from World Market. It's supposed to be German chocolate, I believe. Yes. I liked the little nutcrackers. I collect nutcrackers. The majority of them are at home with my parents on Long Island. I have a few here, not that many. We're gonna go for day 1, baby. Ooh, what's up? What is that? Oh, it's a little, that's a squirrel. Cute. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I mean, it tastes like a normal advent calendar candy, but it's dark chocolate, so that makes it slightly better. And then here's number 2. This looks like a stocking. Is that correct? Yes. It's a little stocking. Very cute. So we've got 2 done. And then this is the one I bought. So this is the Angelina Paris advent calendar. Look at this cute little city scene, and then whoop. So I was getting Instagram ads for this and they got me, pretty much. Oh yes. There are just so many options for what you can get, and it looks so cute. I believe there's an Angelina Paris right by Bryant Park, right where I used to work. It's either that or a La Dorie. I don't remember. Maybe both. Oh, so cute. Look at her. She's so pretty. Okay. Number one is up here. Well, come on. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Just a cute little chocolate moment. I'm just gonna open both of them right now before I tell you what they are. Oh, number 2 is right here. Aha. Ooh. Oh, it's nice and cold. Praline chocolate noir. So a dark chocolate praline. A dark chocolate praline sounds fun. Also, the packaging is just so freaking cute. Okay, I don't think I've ever had a praline. Maybe I did in New Orleans. I don't know. Let's see what this is. This is just chocolate, I think. This is just plain old chocolate. Yeah, just a little chocolate square. Nothing in it. Very classic. I'm intrigued to try the praline. Oh, this one looks cute and cool. I don't know if I like it though. Huh. Not too bad. Not too bad. Well, that pretty much wraps up this long video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you stuck around till the end. You're a real one, and you were essentially my therapist for a little bit, so appreciate it. Like I said, it's the first day of Vlogmas, so I'll be seeing you in a day or so. All of my socials are always linked down below, and if you want to subscribe, I'd super appreciate it, especially because if we could hit like 500 by the end of Vlogmas, that would be so sexy and cool. But yeah, that's just a fun little goal I'm putting out there, and hopefully we'll see what happens. But once again, thank you so much for watching. I love you. I hope you have a fabulous whatever time of day you're in, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.